Hey guys, so as you might have seen in the previous clips, there was a little bit of just like a problem with like the sizing. The large was a little bit too small and the extra large was a little bit too large for my head size. The way that I measured it was I just Googled how to do it. I think I watched a video and then also found an article, but you basically put it, I think, around this height, around your head. However, I do want to mention that it said make sure this is an inch on your screen, I think is what I was trying to say, before you print it off, which for me it was not. I wasn't really sure to fix that, so I'm just like, okay, well, I'll print it off. It'll still be fine. So it's like still usable or whatever. It just might not be the exact size it's supposed to be. But I think I'll go with the extra large, give myself a little bit more room. That way it's more of a baggier fit. I could also give myself less seam allowance too, to like downsize it or take it in if I need to. That way it's just not like too small, because I'd rather it be too big than too small. So like this is where I kind of like close to where I started it. So it's not like perfect, the stitching on it, but I'm pretty happy with it. Like, so yeah, it's not like 100% like even or whatever. Also, what I find helpful to do is to stretch like the circle of fabric kind of like while you're sewing it. Because I think there might have been more of like this fabric than this fabric, so just stretching it almost like how you would like with like an elastic or whatever. I just want to say I think this is the straightest line I've ever sewn, like the back stitching and stuff. Okay, so when you like unfold it, they're gonna be two circles. And then this one's gonna be like the bottom one for me or whatever, because there's this line here, so it can be like bottom back. But basically you could just kind of sew it like that. And then also just like line up like the side seams so that it's like the same shape around. So the next step from here would be to flip it like right sides together and then sew along like the perimeter. I actually ended up sewing the top of the brim to like the hat part first. That way when I did the rings around it, it would be like more even and the fabric wouldn't get like bunched up, because I'd already sewn the bottom and then I was gonna sew the top and then try to sew the middle. So I actually changed that. So first connect it to the hat and then do your rings, and then you can do the one at the bottom. But if you're gonna try to flip it inside out, then I would recommend, like if you don't want the raw edge, sew the bottom like I showed, flip it other side, like the, so like the right sides are out, do the rings, and then connect it to the top of the hat. Like the image that I'm basing my hat off, I actually want like to have like a raw edge, like a stressed edge. So what I'm gonna do is sew around the perimeter wrong sides together. Okay, so I'm gonna sew along here first. That way, I can do like the outer like rings or whatever. Like on a bucket hat, you know how there's like sewn like lines. And that way I can do this last and then ruffle that at the bottom and have it be distressed. you go like sideways, you're gonna get it like this. And I think if you go more like up and down, you're gonna get more like that. I found that out by accident. Okay, so this is the hat. I don't know if I'll put belt loops on it because like the waistband part is actually a different color thread, like that it was sewed onto the jeans and the thread I used in the hat, so I think it would just look kind of bad. And then also it's the same thread used on the belt loops, so that's okay. But this is what it looks like. If you put it in the wash too, you could also make it like more distressed. In some parts it's like super distressed, and other parts it's like not as much.